Hey guys, this is Eric. This is the Topeak Explorer MTX 2.0 rack. I do have it on my Cannondale here. It is a 700C bike. It is extra large. I am 6'1" and definitely a bigger bike, so I needed to get something that would go over the disc brake. I think that's really important to know about this particular rack right away. Is this going to be able to go over your disc brakes, which I'll show you here in a second, and is going to provide that weight capacity over 50 pounds. Here are a few things you should probably know before you buy. All right, just to kind of give you a closer look of it. Pretty sleek rack. I'll walk you through the different pieces and how it connects, but again, the reason why I got this is you can see here are my disc brakes on one side and then on the other. Go ahead and switch it up for you. And a lot of standard racks. Of course, I've never put on a rack on a bike before. I know that seems weird, but I've never needed to, and I wanted to get a rack on this particular bike. So I was kind of new to the game, and I realized that not a lot of standard racks are going to be able to have that wideness to it to be able to go over the disc brakes. So if you have a modern bike, a newer bike like I do, and you're worried about this rack here when it connects hitting the disc brake, you definitely need to get a rack that's going to go over it. So this is going to be compatible with disc brakes. If you do have a Topeak bag, it is going to slide on really easily with the nice design here. I don't have a bag, I'm using it for other things, but just kind of nice to know. You know, it's lightweight. You know, one of the things with racks is you don't want to necessarily put on a rack and then really weigh down the bike. The lighter it is, the better. It is made of aluminum. Now it is going to hold up to 57 pounds. So whatever you're really hauling, I definitely think that is going to meet a lot of your needs. Now from an install perspective, it was just a matter of plugging it into the holes here as most bikes have. I don't even really know exactly what kind of hole that's called, but you have to take out the existing pins that come with the bike and then it attaches there. And then using the hardware that comes with the rack go into the bike frame here. So again, it gives that clearance with the disc brake. So that would be one attachment on the other side, and then the other attachment on this side. And the other structural part to it are these two bars right here. So you can see all the hardware that gets attached. And then these bars are kind of flexible. I have noticed in other reviews while I was researching this rack that sometimes depending on where your holes are on your bike, these need to kind of move up and down to accommodate. I didn't really need to bend them very much for it to work for me for this Cannondale, but just know that if it's not a perfect alignment like you see here, these things do bend a little bit and allow it to conform based upon wherever your holes are to kind of create that support system. But overall, it's got pretty good clearance. You can see here, pretty happy with it, very streamlined. It does what I need it to do. Pretty easy install, I'd say probably start to finish. Probably took me 15 minutes. I do work a little bit slower when it comes to this type of stuff just to make sure I'm not missing anything in the instructions. Pretty good looking rack and definitely would recommend it.